Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. I want to make sure you all can see and hear us clearly here. We're live through G.O.C.C Media, and we're also live here through A Gathering 144. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yes, I see people are here chiming in on G.O.C.C Media at the same time as our A Gathering 144 channel. Right? All praises be to the Most High. How are you doing there? G.O.C.C Media. At the same time, we're here on A Gathering 144. I'd like to thank you, brothers and sisters, for your continual support of the Gathering of Christ Church. Elder Lawya and I is here, but we're here at the church before the sun go down here, and just thought we would chime in and give you a few updates. Okay, I know you can all see and hear us clearly, right? Thought we would give you a few updates here. All right, a few updates. The sun is going down soon. We'll be in the Sabbath. We're going to relax and get ready for the class tomorrow.
Absolutely.
There's so much going on. First and foremost, this is an update for G.O.C.C Media, as well as the album and, of course, the Hebrew and Bible Academy, right? First, I would like to talk candidly about one of the broadcasts we had this Wednesday while discussing the celebration of our people breaking what you would call the psychosis or the Babylonian paradigm. And we used a few people that most can relate to, like Kanye and others, to convey not the fact that whether or not they're serving the living God or our God, that the fact that more people are breaking the paradigm, they're breaking the programming, and we're celebrating the fact that people have now begun to think outside the box and fight against the satanic system that have always oppressed us. By no means was I celebrating or co-signing all of what Kanye believes and what his mission is. I have no idea what that is. I can tell when someone is in that in-between space finding themselves, and I can only respect that. Everyone go through that stage, but most people just altogether, they just give up altogether and just go back into the world, and it becomes just a thought,
Right.
a conflictive thought, instead of acting on that thought. So it's not as if everyone hasn't went through what he's going through, but like I said last Wednesday, we don't have the pressure of a camera up in our face in every point of our transition.
Right.
So we're not here to support Kanye West in whatever endeavor he's dealing with without knowing exactly what that is. But we can also celebrate him fighting against the power, exalting Christ as king, and pray that he come all the way over to the right side. With that, I'll leave it there. We can leave it there, okay? I just wanted to give everyone out there an update on what's going on. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, through the Spirit of the Most High, it's actually gaining traction. So many people are becoming a part of it, and it's having an impact. And that it's more than what I've ever expected myself. It started off with 35 people, and then it just grew and grew and grew and grew. Eventually, it became a mainstay, a point of emphasis, a pillar for this work, especially with our brothers and sisters struggling with doctrinal issues, with all the different doctrines of Israelites, Christianity, struggling with atheist thinking or the belief in God altogether.
Right.
The academy has become that, what you would call mainstay, that barometer, that place in which you can get a foundation, grounded. You understand, in the word of the Most High, and I thank the Most High for it. But now it's time to take it to the next level, of course, and we are. So we've decided in discussion to infuse at least 2 to 3 new lessons per academy. That's number one. Now, it doesn't matter what the title is in our academy. No one lesson is the same lesson. And that's just the way it is, right? No one lesson is the same lesson, right? It's always different, a different dynamic, right? It says here that that the video has bad settings, but it seemed as if the brothers and sisters out there are doing fine. There's no issue there, right? Someone says, my old pastor had a holy Halloween party at church yesterday.
Wow.
Now, how can you have a holy Halloween party? Now, have these pastors lost their mind? Are they out of their cotton picking mind? That's what my father used to say. He used to say cotton picking.
Right.
To stop from, to actually harbor some of his verbal want tos, right? If these pastors out of their cotton picking mind, would Jesus have a holy Halloween party? I'm gonna tell you, they're running out of ideas. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, they're losing people. People are leaving that crap, and they just out of ideas. What they come together in their little councils and say, what can we do next?
Right.
Satan is stealing all of our congregation. No, it ain't Satan stealing your congregation. Okay, your people are leaving. So why don't we do what Satan said do? Why don't we follow Satan's rules?
Right.
And lead them to Christ? Let's lead them to Christ through Satan. How about that? Have a holy Halloween party. We're going to take Satan's work and bring them to Christ. I digress. I'm going to tell you, thank the Most High, this has been one of the most pitiful Halloweens I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I thank the Most High for it. I'm glad it rained on the East Coast. Hurricane watch. Yep. The Most High was drenching those out there. There was pitiful costumes. I mean, Satan is losing big time. This is one of this is one of the most raggedy Halloweens.
Right.
And I thank the Most High for the wind blowing, the mask blowing off. The Most High sent a hurricane watch on the East Coast, tornadoes, a rainstorm, children holding on to trees. That candy going down the street, homie. It ain't gonna happen. Put that over here. Yeah. But getting back to the academy real quick. What I want to do also outside of our plans for the academy, what I would like to do is get your ideas on what you feel hasn't been taught or that we need to expound more on. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up ideas for lessons to be taught by our brothers and sisters publicly for future academies. So if there's a hot button topic that wasn't hit on or a doctrinal point that wasn't hit on in the academy, okay, all right, this is the body of Christ. We all have different perspectives and ideas that can help one another, right? So I kind of figured if we can open up the academy to the degree where some of the ideas of our brothers and sisters lead to more profound studied lessons, because you'll give us something to study into that we probably touched on but didn't delve into completely. Or an idea altogether outside of the scope of where we're looking. All right. So when it comes to that, someone just gave us oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Someone just gave us a good lesson. Breaking down who is the 144,000 according to the Bible. Who is the 144,000? The last war. Now we are going into this academy at the end of it, the Battle of Armageddon, the war against the Gentiles. That's in this academy. So we'll fuse that into the last war. Who is the 144,000 according to the Bible? That's a lesson. Lawya, we're doing that lesson. See, we listen now, okay? That's going to be a bomb lesson. I'm excited about that already, right? But now check out what we're going to do this week, right? This week in the academy, we're going to do who is Edom,
Right.
right? Now, we're going to take a different angle on this, right? We're not even going to discuss Jacob per se in this particular lesson. History of Esau from birth up until his rise in Rome, and how Esau, the children of Edom, came into play to become the new fathers of Christianity. How Esau has been trying to steal Jacob's promise. So we're going to go from Esau's birth to his rise to power. We're going to break down the history of his grandsons, how he was able to shed the label Esau and become other nations to hide his true demise and intent and conspiracy against Jacob. And we're going to also show when the Edomites converted to Christianity and became the new 2nd century fathers over the modern day Christianity. They stole Jacob's position. And that will be the lesson. Esau the thief will be the lesson for this coming. Man, I'm ramped up right now. We're going to title this one Esau the Thief. Right? Boom. Also, we're going to show how he was able to fuse himself and hide himself through secret societies like the Masons. Right? Synagogue control. Political control over the earth. So it's not just the religious control. That's just one of his many tentacles, Esau. If he's going to rule the world, he must control every facet of authoritative power on earth, be it political or spiritual. And we're going to go into this coming Sunday. Now, when it comes to your ideas for lessons, we're going to add that 144,000. But I need you all to send an email to gathering as one, the number one at AOL.com. Gathering as one, the number one at AOL.com. If you have ideas for new lessons, we'll listen, we'll come together, we'll break them down, and we'll make them into full board teaching lessons to help our brothers and sisters. See, that's what the body's all about. Oh, someone asked, can I enroll in this academy? I know you do want to enroll in this academy, right? Yes, you can. And you can still enroll. You can send an email to gathering as one. That's the number one at AOL.com, right? If you would like to be a part of this academy, right? Gathering as one, the number one at AOL.com. And just say you would like to be a part of it. But if you want to get in quick, because keep in mind that we have administration working around the clock. And eventually you don't want, to miss out and do the last thing. Some people try to call me Sunday morning and my phone be off. I can't pay more attention to the phone and you enrolling than the people who've already, paid and is in already. So I would suggest go to historytimes.org, and enroll right now. You can do it right over your computer. Follow the directions of the enrollment and send an email to gatheringasone@AOL.com with proof of your payment. We'll immediately send you the lesson and the links to get in. That's how we have to do it. All right. So you go to historytimes.org and you can pay right over the internet. But in order for you to make sure you're not, because so many people are coming in, to make sure your particular enrollment gets its attention, no, you're not just going to do the online part, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to do that, And you're going to send an email to gatheringasone@AOL.com with proof you've just done it. Therefore, we can put 2 and 2 together instead of searching for your payment one place, and then automatically put you on top and get you in, and your welcome pack will come directly to you in a timely fashion. That's the best way to do it for yourself. I'm just giving you some tidbits so that you can bump yourself to the top of the list, opposed to being those that are going one at a time because they didn't do both. So if you only enroll online but didn't tell us that you did it, we'll get to it, right? Mm-hmm. But it will be in the place it came in. But if you send an extra email to gatheringasone@AOL.com and say, listen, I enrolled and here's my proof of that enrollment, that's less work for the administration. They can just say, okay, I know where this person is, boom, and send you your welcome pack. If you enroll and don't give us a FYI, then we'll just have to wait until we find you in the list of those who've enrolled, okay? The other thing I would like to do, and I'm excited about this because this is 2 weeks of spiritually packed understanding. Check it out. We're going from Edom or Esau the thief, right? I love that. That just have some a serious punch to it, right? We're going from that, brothers and sisters, to the next week, we're going into Israelite doctrine. But instead of going into Israelite doctrine, we're going more so into Israelite customs. Mm. Israelite customs. When I come to this truth, what is it? What is this transformation? Right? We're like fish out of water when we first understand this. Why? Because we've been indoctrinated through Christianity and know how to be a Christian, from the cradle to the grave. So there's no really transitioning in these other religions we've been brought up in. But now that I'm grown and I'm understanding that I'm an Israelite, what is this transition? What is it I've been doing already that's okay? And what can I no longer do because of this newfound beautiful awakening, right? Mm. What is it I can't do now? Or what can I do? What have I been doing right instinctively? And what am I doing wrong unknowingly? Right? So it's the Israelite transition in doing this awakening, not attacking or coming down on any other Israelites because I know they're doing the best they can. But any doctrine against the doctrine of Christ will destroy. Let's make it clear. We're not in defense of our gospel. We're in defense of Christ's gospel. So if anyone out there is teaching something contrary to Christ's doctrine, we're going to attack the doctrine, not any one person personally, not a leader of a group, none of that. Why? And I'm saying this because the Bible tells us one planteth, another watereth. Mm-hmm. But it's the Most High that gives the increase.
Right.
Okay. So I would be just disingenuous if I didn't say that other Israelite groups are having an impact in planting the seed of the Most High in his people. That would be disingenuous. Okay? Because how many times I have seen a scenario where a brother or sister said, I was listening to IUIC, mm-hmm. or I used to listen to this, mm-hmm. and I related to a lot of what they said, but I wanted to be baptized, and it led me to you all. Y'all came up on the same side of referrals, and a lot of what you said resonated with us, and we're with your church. And I'm sure there's people who originally followed us, and for whatever reason, they couldn't relate to us, and now they join IUIC mm-hmm. or whichever other group. Right? So, but we planted. Right? One planteth, somebody can plant the seed of Israel, and another watereth. They can say, well, listen, I want to be baptized. Mm-hmm. We're providing water. Right?
Exactly.
Right? But it was the Most High the whole time. But it's the Most High that gives the increase, to where that individual will grow in the knowledge of what the Bible is about, to the degree of discerning both good and evil, then at that point they can make a choice whether or not they're in the right place. Right? Because then you get to the knowledge where you understand this Bible and know, okay, outside of my personal relationship I have with people and the fact that I appreciate that they've helped me grow, I can see good or evil based on the Bible to assure I'm in the right place. Mm-hmm. And that's why you'll never ever hear the Gathered of Christ Church attacking one of the leaders of a group and trying to put people's business out there, or if I see something negative on them, make an emphasis where I'm attacking them and all those things. No, because I'll find myself fighting against the Almighty himself. Suppose there's a brother or sister, a brother online that's teaching that disagrees with our doctrine or the doctrine we teach. And I believe wholeheartedly the doctrine we teach is the doctrine of Christ. But that person helped another person, okay, who would have fallen otherwise. Can I say that wasn't the Most High? So when I go into this thing next week of Israelite doctrine, mm-hmm. I want to more so deal with the transitioning. Right. Some people say wear fringes all the time. Some people say, okay, is it a requirement to wear fringes? Should I wear fringes at my job? Should I do this? Should I do that? What is this transformation? Okay. Moral, civil, dietary, the whole thing we're going to break down. Israelites from Mount Sinai receiving the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. What was required by the Most High for his people is what we'll go into in 2 weeks. So we're going to deal with Esau, or Edom the thief, coming. It's going, man, guess what? Esau will get the body. He's going to get body shots, spiritual body shots like never before. Uppercuts, hooks, okay? And we're going to start off with some jabs, okay? A Mike Tyson uppercut at the very end of the lesson, because I have some stuff I want to reveal to you. Mike Tyson in his prime before Robin Givens is the uppercut we'll deliver on Esau. On Esau this coming Sunday. All right. And and I wanted to put that out there. If you don't want to miss this. All right. Not only are we taking requests on what lessons you would like us to go into to make this already, it's I don't know how it can get any better to some degree, but hey, who knows? Esau with the uppercut left hook out for the count when Christ comes. All right. And we're going to transition from that to Israelite customs, right? What should we be following, or how to follow the Bible now we realize we're Israelites? Now, we're gonna double down on this, Elder Lawya, right? Let's double down by not only doing it that way, but also I'm a Gentile now, right? Right. I'm a Gentile who know I'm a Gentile. I may be white, Chinese, Arab, whatever the case is. But I know that the true gospel have always come through Israelites. Christ was an Israelite. The disciples were Israelites. The true gospel of Christ is an Israelite doctrine. Period. It's a pinnacle of Israelite doctrines. So and all knees shall bow and tongues will confess that our Christ, the Israelite Christ, is Lord, right? So Gentiles probably would like to know, well, what are my requirements, right? What are my requirements as a Gentile with this truth? Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water or uncomfortable, even though the Spirit bears witness that you're teaching the truth. But when I'm amongst you all, or when I'm learning amongst you all, I'm not hearing enough concerning my position in this work. Is it something I can contribute in this work? And there's many Gentiles who are working around the clock. outside of these cameras and microphones to help our people in every way they can, and we thank the Most High for them. All right? And that can't be stated enough. Okay? We don't have no axe to grind against Gentiles, against other people. We hope that all nations of people come to the knowledge of the Most High and follow Christ, Yeshua, in spirit and in truth. Let me make that clear. So also, we're going to go into not only just Israelite doctrine and customs, should the Gentiles, when they come in, follow our customs and do the same as us? Are you required to follow this like Israelites is the question, right? You have all this,
sir.
right? You
Yes,
got it, right?
Yes, sir.
I know Elder Lawya is just, he's sitting there when those points, those bullet points are made, he's chronologizing them and storing them in their mind, and you see how we want to deal with it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, great. You have anything to say before I segue?
No, sir, but I think that is good. Maybe we can find a way to streamline some of those ideas and slowly but surely incorporate some of those ideas into this academy as well as upcoming academies, just to kind of keep things fresh. And it's good to kind of get that input, especially from those who have been in the academy, who have become, I guess you would say, tenured members and subscribers to the academy, to kind of get some of your ideas. So I think, I like that idea in incorporating that into what we're already looking at.
Exactly.
Adding and doing with the academy.
Exactly. And again, we're only in this week is coming week 6, right?
This is officially week 6.
So week 6, this week will officially be halfway into it, really. But the whole deal is, and we'll do this for you, and sometimes the administration gets on me because I'm always, I don't care. I'm not going to say that you can't get a lesson that I know won't be taught the same way next. I don't know how the Most High, what spirit the Most High is going to put on us to teach the same lesson next quarter or the next academy. So if somebody is pressing and saying, well, no, based on the mindset of what they're focusing on now is where we need to be, I'm not going to say you can't come in. I'm not going to say, oh, we're halfway through. This is what we're willing to do, and it's more work on the administration, but that's what you're there for. Sacrifice. Even Christ says, if your brother or sister asks you to go 1 mile, you must go twain.
Right.
So what we'll do is we'll tax the administration by saying, well, guess what? If someone enrolled and wasn't in from the beginning, they probably haven't heard of it before, wasn't in the beginning of our academy, that's okay. We're going to make sure that person that enrolls get all 5 weeks that's missed. Okay? This way you're caught up on your own time with the prior videos that's sent directly through your email. So you're not missing nothing. You're getting a full academy, and you're coming in week 6 to catch up with everyone else. Okay? So we're going to set that up for you if that's the way you would like to do it. But keep in mind, it's still only $150 for the full 3 months. We'll make sure you'll get it. And I'm going to tell you, $150 is a drop in the bucket for 12 lessons for 3 full months of teaching, with us guaranteeing that you will learn more in one lesson in our academy than all your life in any religion. We'll guarantee it. All your life, whether you've been a Christian, whether or not you've been a Muslim, we guarantee in one of our lessons you'll learn more than all your life under any religion your parents have taught you from birth. We guarantee it. So $150 per person is a small price to pay. Look how much we go in debt with these degrees we go to college for, go to college and fall into a lifetime of debt and never really reap the benefits of paying all that money towards them. The degree is not worth the paper it's written on. It's just another way of getting debt. Here it is. You got $150, and we may put $150 down on a cell phone or whatever the case is. $150 to get information that will be with you the rest of your life. That will help your spiritual growth and the perspective of your walk from this day forward for the rest of your life. Without incurring any debt or anything, and to know that your money is going towards something positive for your people. You know exactly where it's going to. When you paying these Satanists over these universities, you know, a lifetime of money goes to these people, and these devils who have always destroyed our people. You don't know what your money going to. You just incurring debt and becoming a debt slave to the owners. At least with $150, you're debt free. You know it's $150 helping our people, and boom, on top of that, right? You're getting a lifetime. You get a lifetime worth of information when it comes to understanding our Bible. Oh yeah, I just want to. I'm about to segue into Truth Media real quick, but yeah, for those who missed this in the academy, right? That wasn't in the academy. Now I'm giving y'all some caveats here. The Jews in their land, conceived and edited by David Ben-Gurion, right? Now, you know why they actually covered this book, what they covered? Always to protect the book, you might think, right? Check this out. Oh, yeah. I need to show this again. When you take the covering off, what's the name of the God in the front of the book resonating out of the burning bush? Ahia, Ashah, Ahia, out of the burning bush. You tell me they didn't know the whole time? You're going to tell me they didn't know the whole time, and this is a Jewish publication. Huh? A Jewish publication. So, brothers and sisters, when we're telling you that we're dropping bombs, historical bombs that have been hid from our people in these academies, don't think these are exaggerations, folks. It's as if, I'm going to tell you, if anything, we're understating some of the information we bring forth in our academy. And guess what? The books and the information and the fact finding, the things we go to get this information, it's not a cheap scenario here. Don't think I paid $150 for this book, okay? Every jewel they've hid from our people. It's our position as elders and teachers and leaders. It's our position to find. Mm-hmm. It's our position. So we're not just sitting on our hands waiting for the kingdom of heaven, folks. We're working for this kingdom. Right now, the studio that you're in, folks, I need y'all to look at this. When we got this building, sisters and brothers, this place was abandoned. Nothing was right up in this place. Nothing was right. And it was through your work, through your hard work, that this has happened. We took something out of nothing. And right now we're in the back of the church. We came inside the church, folks, and had to gut the whole thing to make it a viable, righteous dwelling for the children of God, worthy to hold the children of God. We're not sitting on our laurels. Even with the music video coming out, I never thought I would see the day that people would complain to us about our quality being too good. That we should have low quality because others have low quality. As if you expect from your own people less than perfection. I've never even thought it really, I had to sit back and ponder and think on some of the comments I was getting about how professional our video was. But the fact that it was positive or it was good and strong and resonated, that there's something negative about it. As if they expected us to go any less than perfection. Are we not the children of God? To the degree where you only expect the Gentiles to bring forth quality and perfection? What's wrong with the mindset of our people? I begin to get complaints that it was too nice, Elder Lawya. It was too nice. Well, there's other people that people must be upset in your church where they have to get camcorders to do their videos, as if I have some type of what you would call quantum leap device.
Right.
Where I can enter into an alternate reality or alternate dimension right before someone think of doing a video and getting equipment any place on earth. And I'm supposed to jump through the dimension to let them know, no, here's my camera. Even though I had no idea what video you was going to shoot or anything. I didn't have no idea that you made a song.
Right.
I'm really apologizing. The most I haven't given me this machine yet to actually, bring forth someone else's idea before they begin to shoot a video. But it's upon us as God's people to set a standard. And the standard is nothing less than perfection for God's people. That's the standard. If we're going to do something, it's going to represent the God that made us. If the Gentiles can do it on a certain level, and they are not the portion that the Most High made as the chosen, they're not God's portion. We are. So it's to the degree where we expect perfection from the Gentiles and low quality for our people. No, if we're going to do something, we'd rather not do it. We'd rather not do it than lower God's standards for his people. Okay? And guess what? There was no green screens, none of that stuff. Everything you've seen in that video after the fire is gone were real scenes thought out. Okay? Real scenes. Because why? If we're going to, it has to resonate on a level our people understand. And I want brothers and sisters to see perfection within God's people at work. Perfection at work. The fact that we didn't have to go to the culture vultures for anything. Okay? Now, another thing I could have done. I could have easily, Elder Lawya, took our music and put it on Spotify or iTunes and all that initially. Now, we may do that later, but I didn't want to do that. Because initially, these particular platforms are set up. These are the record companies set up to cipher money off the top and to distribute money off of original content that doesn't even belong to them. They get the money first and then cut off the original content makers what they want to give them. And I'm like, well, no. We'll make our own page where they'll download and listen to the snippets and all that directly from us, with the culture vultures getting absolutely nothing. Because if I put out a video or a song, who actually is coming to download that song from Spotify or iTunes? Who? The people who've already been following our church initially until it began to catch wind outside of us. Right. So that means all of the work we've done to develop this base of our church, their finances now are being ciphered to the same people who've always destroyed us. So I said, no, we have our royalty music by Shepherd page. We have our administration working around the clock, And we said, listen, and man, I thank the Most High for our people, the administration, the people that are working hard. They made a page in which you can go download and all that right there, the singles or the album, with the culture vultures getting absolutely nothing. Because these people that control music feel entitled. They believe that anything we create belongs to them. Just off the bat. That whatever you create, you slave, you come upload it on my page and I'll throw you nickels. I'll throw you pennies. And we're the ones coming up with all the ideas. It's our people coming up with all the music, all the ideas. They're just setting up. They go hire some people from India or other places to set up their pages and set up their, their technological setups. And they become the Borg or the body to control all of our resources, our spiritual resources. Our spiritual resources are the gifts the Most High have bestowed upon us. And automatically we become a digital slave to iTunes, to Spotify. We become digital slaves to them. So they just move the game digital. That's all. I'm like, you know what? In order for me to know exactly how many people we're impacting, we're going to have to move the culture vultures, the Satanists, out of the way and set up our own page and see how many people download from royalty music by shepherd.com. Royalty music by shepherd.com. That's what it is. SHEPPARD. Royalty music by shepherd.com. Boom. We'll set it up where they can download all of our music right there. And then as we begin to promote other people in the church and their music projects, a page has already been developed where they can have their downloads right there instead of all the Satanist promoted artists being promoted first. You go to Spotify and all these other places, you're seeing the Satanist puppets. And here it is, you buried 1 billion artists down from the Satanist people. You think they're going to put us up on top of their people? I'm like, no, let's do it ourselves. It's from the minds of the righteous and it's coming to the people in the quality of the righteous. So it's one thing about complaining, oh, they're culture vultures. They're doing this they're doing to us. I'm a boss. Okay. So you didn't think that with all this talent and money and resources, you just do it yourselves? You take our people from up under their programming and from up under their companies and set up our own companies. And by default, these culture vultures companies have to shut down. They would shut down. Right. Because without content, without talent, without us, there is no music business. There is no, let me tell you, you take away Denzel Washington and the only thing you got left is Tom Hanks. Okay? Are you kidding me? Tom Hanks is pretty good, but he's not Denzel. I'm just saying, folks. I just wanted to put that out there, right? And here it is. We're here, with G.O.C.C. Media, and we're broadcasting a simulcast at our A Gathering 144 page. Anything else? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a song real quick. And each week I'm going to put out a song live from the G.O.C.C. Media. And I'm going to do it first through a simulcast today. Right? But going forward, each week we're going to put out one song live, right here from the studio you have all helped us work and bring forth to promote the music and to glorify the Most High going into the Sabbath. I'm going to do that each week going forward. Okay? Elder Lawya, give me a Bible real quick.
Yes, sir.
And get Psalms 137. Let's see. Because I've actually used a scripture in one of these songs, and I'm about to pull it up here. Right? Yep, I got it. All right, Elder Lawyer. I'm going to do a song. So if you just slide over there.
Yes, oh, yes.
Oh, just slide on that side. I'm going to do the song. Because I know you'll be bopping to it and all that, but
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay.
Yes, sir. Get with it. Get with it.
All right. Okay, good. Got it? All right, let's see. Once a week, we'll be doing the song. Let's see. Check. Okay. Check 1, 2. Okay, we good. All right, it's good. All right, let's do it. Ooh. Check it out. Living in a strange land where we don't belong. Been subjugated to sin, they required a song. They came to our shores and took us away. Hey. Once kings and queens, relegated to slaves. Lord, bring me home.
Take me to Georgia.
Yeah.
Over the water. Jerusalem calling.
She's our mother. I hear her calling for me.
She's calling.
Exiled in Babylon, all alone. It's coming to me, I'm remembering. I'm praying to God, come set us free. Set the nation's programmed our brains to look the other way. We've been lost in the shame. Walk around with my head bent, feeling what's calling for shame. Then you revealed your name. From the sides of the north, a strong wind carried me. I seen a vision of this beautiful land. By the mist of the wind, I heard the angels sing. Welcome back home. Welcome, Zion. Welcome home, Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for they carried us away captive and required a song, singing one of those songs of Zion.
Take me to Georgia.
Oh, take us home. Oh, she's our mother. I hear her calling, exiled in Babylon, all alone. Oh, bring us home. Oh, Lord, come take us home. Oh, 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 Lord, bring me home. I hear her calling, exiled in Babylon, all alone. Oh, bring us home. Oh, Lord. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. That's a song called A Slave's Journey. I just got up, so excuse my voice a little scratchy, but it's all right. That's a song called A Slave's Journey, which is a part of the album, folks. And it's been a slave journey. That was one of the first songs we did outside of Zion. Once we left to begin the ministry, to ask the Most High to deliver our people out of Babylon and to bring us home. And I purposely read a precept out of the Bible. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, to smile while we were singing, saying, you Negroes, sing us one of the songs of Zion. That was David prophesying us being taken away captive to a strange land, to serve the Gentiles and to sing and dance for them. Not to glorify the Most High, but to celebrate their victory over the children of Israel. The Gentile victory was to have them make us work for nothing and to dance and sing and to give glory to their God instead of ours. So I purposely put this verse in because most people ask, well, Rawchaa, you're an elder of a church, right? A lot of us didn't know you sang at all or sing or was a songwriter or whatever. And could this be moving you or our focus from the ministry? Not at all. My gifts for the Most High is a part of my ministry. I laid the music business down and walked away from music altogether to sing the real song and bring forth the new wine out of the Bible for our people. But my name is Rawchaa, which means spirit of songs. I've always had a special connection with the Most High through my music. When there was things going on in the house growing up, when we all grew up in households in the hood, it wasn't the most functional things on earth, but my escape from the confusion that was on the block, that was going on in the house, I would break away, put my headphones on, and sing to get some level of serenity from the confusion. And that was my connection growing up as a child that grounded me and gave me some type of resolute with the Most High, where that was my, what you would call respite or place of peace through confusion. If there was a fight in the house or something was going on, I would read my Bible, I'll put on my headphones and I'll begin to sing and write to escape the destitute, the poverty, what we grew up with. I needed an escape, and music was that escape. And in that space, I felt away from all of the confusion, and I know the Most High's had the angels with me at those times in those spaces. And I believe that same spirit have guided me on this path in the word of the Most High to help guide our people, to give us a place outside of confusion, the respite, a place for ourselves outside of the confusion and dysfunctions our people have always grew under, to let you know that there's a better space. On top of that, when I came back to deliver, to help deliver the word after setting up churches throughout the earth, there was a vision that the Most High brought forth within the ministry to give our brothers and sisters a church outside of the confusion we're living amongst. This way they would aspire to succeed beyond the control of their environment. So purposely, we got a place where there's grass outside, there's no cops, pulling people over, there's no sirens every second, no drug dealers on the corner. So when our brothers and sisters come to church on the Sabbath amongst us, it's a place of peace. It's a place of respite. It's an escape from the confusion. And what I've noticed with the people in the church, their perspectives has grown, beyond the impoverished mindset. Because it comes to a degree in which we as a people start to believe that dysfunction is normal. That it's just the way it is. We're supposed to live dysfunctional or think dysfunctional. We're not supposed to have a greater quality beyond low quality. So what I'm saying, folks, that the music and who I am and what we all are is from our experiences growing up. And I can't separate singing the praise of the Most High when I'm standing for this gospel. I can't separate that teaching from the same Spirit who gave me the gift to do music. He's the same God. He's the same God. And I'm sure what I'm saying is resonating with all of you, because why? The gifts the Most High have given you have been suppressed or used or taken advantage of. I remember being in the business and in the music business where 90% of the people you run into don't even belong there. They're just there like crabs in a bucket to take from you. They're looking for the next person with the gifts to use. The majority of the people that are in the music business, they're just mobs. They cutthroats. They killers. They're just looking for a way to clean their money. A lot of them. At the top of the music business are vultures. And I remember looking at the music business, you have to get to this person and pay this person for exposure. You have to align yourself with somebody who probably don't even like you because they can do music and mix. You become an underling to all these other people. You understand? And then when you finally make it, you are a slave to the decrepit, to the sinners. I remember that. And I'm like, I gave up the music. I'm like, I don't care about no music. But the Most High gave me an opportunity to exalt him with it, to help lead our people and give them a place. I'm talking about when I say lead our people, not me leading the people, the Spirit that have guided me to lead them to a place of rest. Okay, a place of serenity, a place outside of the confusion of this world. And eventually, that same Spirit that gave us this gospel will lead all of us out of here together. All of you have gifts that the Most High have given you with no opportunity to show forth those gifts. And that's a shame. That's a shame that you're not able to benefit from the gifts the Most High have given you, or to show your portion in this earth. That someone have put out your candle. Someone have told you you're not good enough, or you can't do this, or you had a great idea, and because you didn't do it, the Spirit led someone else to do it when it was your idea first. It's a shame to go through that. And what I want to encourage you, brothers and sisters, that if the Most High have something in you to do that will help you and your family and exalt him also, to bring it forth. The portion he's given you is the work of your hands. The gifts he's given you and the ideas that come to you is the benefit to glorify the Most High and to benefit your family. And that's all businesses are anyway. It's someone's idea in which they eventually hire employees to execute and to bring into fruition. So you become, by being an employee, you become a slave to someone else's ideas, when your ideas can be greater. Your ideas can be greater. And we're here to encourage you to think beyond the dysfunction they've placed us in. We're not that dysfunction. We're just a product of a cesspool they've put us in to become crabs in a bucket for the sake of survival. We're not that dysfunction they're portraying, folks. We are the children of God. And it's time for us as the people to act like it. Not just be Jacob because it shows slave ships in the Bible, but be that Jacob that stands in glorifying the Most High and have that example correct the dysfunctions in our communities. Okay. It's time. It's time to glorify the Most High, and it's time for you, brothers and sisters, to step to the plate. Put down your insecurities and utilize the gift the Most High have given you through ideas. That's what we're going to do. With that, shalom. I'll see you tomorrow on the Sabbath. Hey, go to historytimes.org and enroll in the academy. Go to Royalty Music by Shepherd, SHEPPARD, royaltymusicbyshepherd.com to support the album. Okay? To support the album. Go there. And in your own time, type in After the Fire is Gone, and you'll see a video. A brand new video after the fire is gone. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to that channel. Okay? And make sure you share the video with everyone you know. Because it's time for us to prepare to stand even after the fire is gone. Thank you, Lawya. With that, I'm going to say shalom. May the Most High be with you all. Stay prayed up. Sin not. We will soon see Zion. Shalom. Shalom.